Hi, in this episode, we're going to talk about configuring an NTP client. NTP stands for Network Time Protocol. It is a server and client architecture that allows a time server to be able to provide the time for clients. So in here, we're going to show the client portion of this NTP server client architecture. You are going to be configuring an NTP client starting with installing the Chrony service, which is the application or actually the package that runs the NTP service. Then editing that configuration file to actually point to a specific time server. The iburst parameter here simply speeds up that synchronization by sending multiple requests in a row to speed up that synchronization with a time server. Then it's as simple as starting or restarting your Chronyd service, and then checking the status of your sync using Chrony, which is a client part of the NTP, sources to actually give you an idea of your sync status with your NTP server that you would be using in order to sync the time. In this upcoming lab, we're going to go through these steps and configure NTP from the client side by making sure that we install Chrony and we point to the necessary time server that we want to use in order to sync time with one of the time servers that we have set up in previous episodes. Please stay tuned for the lab where we walk through the steps of configuring an NTP client. In this episode, we're going to show how to configure an NTP client. Previously, we had set up an NTP server on CentOS 1, and now on CentOS 2, we're going to configure an NTP client so that I can synchronize my time from server 1 when necessary using NTP. So let's go ahead and open up the activities, open up the terminal, and show you how it works. The first thing you need to do is, of course, I'm going to switch to root and download to make sure that I have Chrony, the program that is actually running NTP. So I'm going to type dnf install Chrony, and I'll type Y to go ahead and install Chrony. Once it is installed, then I will actually look at my configuration file. So I'm going to say vi etc chrony.conf. And here we are going to point where it says pool. We're going to say also I'm going to actually put a comment here, and I'm going to say server is 172.16.10.101. That is my Chrony server, and I want to synchronize time from that server. Now I can simply press escape :WQ to quit and restart my service with this new configuration. So to restart the service, I'll type systemctl restart Chrony D. And now we can see Chrony C sources -v to look at all the sources, and here we can see that, yeah, we are actually synchronizing from my CentOS 1 server from when it comes to NTP. So this is configuring an NTP client using the Chrony system. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.